The Georgia Gym Dogs continued to get better with each meet against the Florida Gators. They showed why they are the #1 team in the country. We'll have all the highlights next.
And the Dogs' deed is done. They were the best. They really stood out. They put it all together that count, and that's what this sport's all about.
And that just may do it for Georgia here tonight.
Wow.
The Jim Dog Show is brought to you by Melwood Springs. Melwood Springs from the Blue Ridge Mountains of North Georgia.
Hi, I'm Suzanne Yocklin. Welcome to the Jim Dog Show. Well, here we are. We just finished our 4th meet of the season, and we're still undefeated and ranked #1 in the country. Sitting next to me today and joining us once again is Associate Head Coach Jay Clark. He's our uneven bar coach as well, as you know, and that was the event that put us over the top this past weekend when we competed against the Florida Gators in front of over 8,000 fans. It was a great competition. As the visiting team, we started on the uneven bars. Jay, it went great, as everyone's going to see. Right. What do you want to tell them?
Well, I just think, you know, the atmosphere, as you mentioned, was incredible down there. It's probably the best atmosphere we've ever experienced at Florida. The fans were there. They were loud. It was raucous in there. And typically we've had problems adjusting to their bars, which this time we got into warm-ups and the kids were really focused, as you had talked to them about focus in our pre-meet meeting, and just really got off to a great start. And I was very pleased to see the way we were hitting our handstands and getting those landings, and those are the kinds of things that we should start looking for.
We are in the O'Connell Center, and there are over 8,000 fans, and 2,500 of them are wearing Beat Georgia T-shirts.
Nikki Child's up first for us on the uneven bars, and Nikki's a second-team All-American on this event last year. You see a beautiful handstand there, giant 1.5, done excellent. To her Ginger, a little leg separation there on the Ginger. Hip handstand, half pirouette, pack salto. Everything's looking really good so far. This is a beautiful routine from Nikki. Excellent handstand work throughout. She's nailing her handstand. Has some of the best handstands on our team. Giant full to double tuck. Takes a step there on the landing. That's going to be a 10th, and she goes 9.8, and that equals her season high.
This is Abby Stack, a freshman from Charlotte. Abby is really improving every week, getting better and better. A little short on that handstand, but this year you only have to be within 10 degrees. You see that she pulled in on that release move and caught with thin arms, so that is at least a 1/10 deduction. Here's her inverts and nice body position throughout. She's turning on top of the bar. Her pack salto was nice and high. The middle of this routine is much improved over last week. Abby's done a great job of trying to make these execution improvements. There's another short handstand for an 0.5 deduction and a full twisting flyaway with a small step on the landing, and Abby scores a 9.825.
Ashley Kupets is third up in our lineup. And we've been trying to get Ashley to go for a routine, and she's got some stuff in the middle that she continues to leave out. It's been a little point of contention for us. Giant full to giant half, a little short on the giant half. That's a full twisting Tkachev or Shushinova for her release. Bail to handstand, a little short, and right there is where the additional combination is. I'm not going to tell you what it is, so it doesn't ruin the surprise in case you actually get to see it. Good handstand there at the end, a giant full, double tuck, and she hops her landing there. That's a 10th as well, and she goes 9.825.
This is Kelsey Erickson. Last year at the NC2As, Kelsey finished second in the nation on the uneven bars. This is her first time competing bars this year for Georgia, as she had some problems in warm-ups prior to this competition. But you can see why she is one of Georgia's best uneven bar workers. 2 big release moves. There's her second one. Nice execution. Everything is done very well and fully extended. Handstand on the high bars, nicely done. She gets ready for her dismount, which is an Arabian double front. She does a half turn and a double front and sticks the landing. What a great landing for a score of 9.925.
Katie Heenan is up in the 5th spot for us. Katie's doing a different routine than she did last year. This is a toe on and off to a blind change. Straight into her release, a big Jaeger. Her handstands were excellent as well tonight. Failed a handstand to immediate Chinese sit-up. Good handstand there. A little arch there at the end. She had to correct her body position just a bit. Nice stretch here into the dismount. Excellent dismount. Sticks the landing. Legs were apart on the dismount. That was probably the only deduction they could take. 9.9 is her score.
And this is Courtney Kupets, the silver medalist from the Olympic Games. beautiful bars. You can see how everything just flows so nicely. Little short on that handstand. Here's a hop full to an immediate Tkachev, which was extremely high in this particular meet. Another little short handstand. You could argue that she was close to the 10 degrees, so I'm not sure if the judges will take the deductions. Sticks the landing. Beautiful double layout dismount. Scores a 9.95. So Courtney lost the deduction on one handstand. The rest of it, the routine, the judges felt was perfect. And a great job on the uneven bars for Georgia.
Over to vault now. Megan Doolin getting us started here. Megan moved to second in our lineup on this night. Pretty good vault there. Step on the landing. Little pike in at the end. She went 9.85. But otherwise, a very good vault. You see Megan gets really good repulsion off the table. Good height. If she just get that landing straightened out, that's going to be a great vault for us down the line.
This is Tiffany Tomei, and Tiffany scored 9.9 on more than one occasion already. 1.5 twisting Yurchenko. Gorgeous. Just takes a small little hop on the landing. That was an exceptional vault. I am really questioning why she didn't score higher than 9.9. You can see she's so high all the way around. And, oh, my goodness, that was beautiful. I would have gone 9.95, but Tiffany scored a 9.9.
Back over to bars for Florida. This is Corey Hartung, one of the freshmen that they have. She's from Hills Gymnastics in Maryland. The same gym that both Coupette sisters are from. You see that giant full. She's a little bit sloppy in the middle part of her body, a little loose shape there. Corey does nice Stalder work on bars and has a nice line on the uneven bars. You see the Stalder half there. So Corkina. She's got a little bit of flex feet problems as she's going through past the low bar on everything, but this is her full twisting double back. Takes a little hop there on the landing, score of 9.9.
This is Ashley Coupette's half turn into a front pike. Pretty big hop on that landing, but powerful and strong. That hop is costing her 1/10, 9.85.
Katie Heenan on vault for us. Currently ranked 11th in the nation on this event. That was a little hop there on the landing. Katie just needs to hold her body position all the way to the floor. This is a good vault. Nice and high. She pikes in just enough to get that hop there on the landing. If she would just stay stretched, that'd be great. 9.875.
This is Samantha Lutz on the bars. Her score tonight ties her career high on this event. You see a really nice high dinger there. She does that skill beautiful. She's very aggressive on the bars. Nice handstand work. You can see that she's got a great deal of confidence on this event. She just really attacks the uneven bars. Another good handstand. This is a super routine. She dismounts with a double layout with a full twist. And that was a beautiful bar routine. She scores a 9.9.
Courtney Coupette's anchoring for us on vault tonight. She does the same vault her sister does. Yurchenko half turn front pike. Little hop on the landing, but otherwise a big vault. You see again the repulsion that she gets off the table. She is 8 or 9 feet in the air. It's a beautiful vault. Nothing more than the hop on the landing. 9.9 is her score as well.
Through two events, Georgia leads 98.8 to Florida's 98.375. And this is Georgia's best score through 2 rotations so far this year.
The Jim Dog Show is brought to you by Melwood Springs. Melwood Springs from the Blue Ridge Mountains of North Georgia. By Makar Homes. Makar Homes, built with passion for over 50 years. Brown Arrowhead Clinic. Arrowhead Clinic, Georgia's largest spinal health care organization. By Athens Regional Medical Center. At Athens Regional, we have a specialty. You. By Golden Pantry. Golden Pantry, we've got what you need. By the John Bull Stores of the Bahamas. John Bull, the shopping mecca of the Caribbean. And by Phil Hughes Honda. Phil Hughes Honda, the official car dealer of the Georgia Gym Dogs.
It's official. Honda Cars and Trucks have made history. For the first time ever, Motor Trend Magazine has presented a single automaker with the top 2 awards. The Honda Civic and the Honda Ridgeline are named the 2006 Motor Trend Car and Truck of the Year. The all-new Civic offers a new level of performance and design. And the Ridgeline, it combines toughness, a smooth ride with innovative features. See why it's not just a truck, but a Honda. Learn about the Ridgeline and the new Civic at North Georgia's oldest Honda dealer, Phil Hughes Honda in Athens.
With over 26 active communities in the Atlanta area, Makar Homes is committed to providing superior customer satisfaction before, during, and after building your dream home. From affordable townhomes to luxurious estate homes, Makar has a plan and a neighborhood to fit almost any lifestyle. A certified professional builder with over 40 years experience, Makar Homes is built right, right where you want to be. For available home and home plans, visit www.macarhomes.com.
Ask Suzanne, brought to you by Makar Homes. And this week's question is, do you expect any lineup changes for the competition against LSU? And the answer is yes. We're hopeful that Ashley Coupettes will be competing floor exercise for the first time this season, and we hope to have Brittany Smith back in the lineup. That's Ask Suzanne, brought to you by Makar Homes.
Welcome back. Well, as you can see, the momentum that we created on the uneven bars carried us through vault, and those vaults were absolutely beautiful. Technically very, very sound. We're still working on sticking some of those landings. We're headed over to floor now, and we had a little bit of trouble in some warm-ups with some things. Suzanne, what kind of things do we expect on floor?
Well, you know, like you said, we've got the momentum, and it's always great to go to floor exercise when you've got momentum coming off of a strong vaulting rotation. But we are competing on floor without three of our top floor performers. Ashley Coupettes is not back in our lineup yet because of some back problems. Courtney Coupettes is sitting out of floor exercise tonight because of a strained Achilles, and Brittany Smith is still out of the lineup on floor due to a pulled groin. So we're going in there with 6 girls. They're great. They're strong. But we don't have the big guns in there yet. We'll see what we can do. Hopefully we can keep it going.
Right, and the crowd is really into it, and we're headed to floor, and it's just so far it's been a great meet. I said it at this point in the meet, it's halftime, and we're up by a touchdown. Let's take a look. Here we go, starting off with Abby Stack. Abby's one of the 3 freshmen that have competed in all 4 meets this year. She opens with a pike full in, beautifully done. Comes back in the middle. The round off whip back, immediate double full. Very well executed. Then she finishes off with another D tumbling pass, double pike. Very nice routine, good starting routine for the Georgia team, 9.8.
This is Audrey Bowers. Audrey is so full of life and has so much fun when she does floor exercise. Everyone just loves to watch her. She opens with a double pike, nicely done. No landing deduction there. Her middle pass is a whip half 1.5 twist or a Rudy, and she's very short on that landing. That should be at least a 1/10 deduction, maybe more. Her last pass is a 2.5 twist, which is a D-level skill. So Audrey has D-level tumbling in all 3 passes. So great difficulty, but a little bit of an execution problem. She gets a 9.75.
Nikki Childs up next for us. Front double full. There's supposed to be a punch front there, but we were having trouble with it in warm-ups. Whip half, Rudy, just like Audrey, but again, a little sloppy with the legs and on the landing. And then comes back with a whip, immediate double full. Bonus in every pass. You can see she's out of control on that landing. 9.8 is her score on that routine.
This is Corey Hartung. You saw her earlier in the show on the uneven bars. She is Florida's outstanding freshman. She does a flip-flop back handspring back layout with a check there, wobble, 0.5 deduction. Here's her front aerial. Nicely done. Corey has great flexibility, which she demonstrates here. Here's her leap combination, a switch leap to a 1-arm back handspring. I'm sorry, that's just an acro combination. And her dismount is a 2.5 twist, which she hops to the side, small hop to the side. She scores a 9.9.
Kelsey Erickson up next on the floor exercise for us. To this point, we've had a little bit of trouble getting going on floor. Kelsey maybe a little short there on the first pass. Nothing major. Front full. Well done, but again, a little foot fault there at the end of that pass. And she finishes up with a beautiful double tuck. She lands very cleanly, 9.875. And so we're finally beginning to pick it back up a little bit.
This is Brianne King of Florida. While Georgia was over on floor, Florida was picking up tons of momentum on the balance beam. Brianne anchored for Florida. and scores a 9.825 on this routine. Florida did not have any major breaks or major wobbles at all, and had 5 solid scores. You can see she doesn't really do anything exceptional, has a little bit of a knee problem and foot problem, but solid in terms of her landings, and there's a double twist. Lands with her chest down, but sticks it. She scored a 9.825.
Katie Heenan, one of the crowd favorites, always on floor. Getting started again, sloppy with the legs there on the double pull. There was supposed to be a punch front there as well. Doesn't affect her start value, but it is not the routine that we hope to be doing. Double pike there in the middle, but pretty solid landing there, and then finishes up with a front handspring, front layout full, front layout half. A little bit of a leg split on the front layout half. She goes 9.875, but otherwise a very, very good routine.
So after 3 events, Georgia's still leading, but the gap has closed a little bit. It's 147.9 to Florida's 147.65.
Hi, my name is Kristen, and I want to ask Emily who her favorite gymnast is.
Hi, thanks for the question. My favorite gymnast would have to be Kim Arnold, because I remember watching her as a gym dog when I was little, and I looked up to her as an All-American gymnast.
If you've been injured in a car accident, make the call thousands have made before you. Arrowhead Clinics.
We're the nation's largest accident treatment centers because we care about our patients.
Some of the best doctors in the profession will treat your injuries immediately and will document your injuries for your insurance company. So make the call, because your health is our primary concern.
Remember, having your injuries treated and properly documented are the only ways to receive a fair settlement. At Arrowhead Clinics, we treat you like a person, not just a patient.
The Georgia Gym Dogs are red hot. Hot team. Cool water. Melwood Springs, now available at Golden Pantry. Golden Pantry, we got what you need.
Hi, my name is Abby Stack, and my golden moment is competing in Cancun for the first time with the Georgia Gym Dogs.
Welcome back. Well, so much for momentum. We definitely had it going into floor, but we do not have a whole lot coming out of floor. We struggled in places and did not get those big scores that we were really looking for. Going into floor exercise, we were leading by 0.4 of a point, and now it's just the separation between the two teams is around 0.2. It's a close meet, and Georgia has to go to the balance beam. It's been a rough event for us up to this meet. I don't know. What do you think, Jay?
Well, Florida's a tough team, and now they're headed to a strong event, and we're headed to the great equalizer, trying to finish out the meet on the balance beam, where we've won championships in that situation before, and we've lost championships in that situation before. So it's a tough spot to be in, but we are ahead, and that's a much better situation than being behind going to the balance beam on the last rotation. So let's take a look and see how things finish up.
So in a close competition, Georgia heads over to the balance beam, and this can be really tough on the Georgia team. It's the first time that the team's really under a great deal of pressure this year. Starting off for us on beam is Kelsey Erickson. She was our leadoff performer last year at the National Championships and did a great job for us there. A little bit of a bent leg there in her flip-flop layout, but Kelsey's very solid. There's a switch lead straddle for her bonus and her dance mixed combination requirement. Her dismount is a cartwheel gainer full, which she sticks. A nice solid routine, a great way to start, 9.875.
Over on floor for Florida, one of their co-captains, Katie Rue, opens with a big full end. A little bit of a control problem there on the end, but she did stay in bounds, which was something that gave Florida trouble on this night. Whip half to a front full in the middle, which is a B to a C, and then she finishes with a D as well, double pike, where she's out of control again on the landing, but then she scores in 9.8.
This is Audrey Bowers. Now last week at the home meet, Audrey did have a fall on her flight, and today, once again, she has a problem with it. You can see a major break there, at least a 2/10 deduction, maybe bigger, maybe larger. Here's her leap combination. She does that very nicely, very confident. And her dismount, a round-off double twist. Big step on the landing, which is a 1/10 deduction. And Audrey scores a 9.675.
Tiffany Tolmay up next for us on the beam. This would end up being Tiffany's lowest score. You see that beautiful switch side she does there. Major amplitude and great execution. Got a balance check, obviously, there. It looks like she's surfing on a series. A little out of control. Nice punch front, but then again, a little bit of a dip of the shoulder there. They could probably hit her on. Switch sleep, straddle jump to a back tuck. Very well done. Then she gets ready for the dismount, which is a flip-flop, double tuck. A little low with the chest and the landing, and a slight step forward. 9.7 is her score.
This is Corey Hartung. She opens with a triple fall. You can see a big step on that landing. Should be a 1/10 deduction. And her middle pass, a whip to an immediate 2.5 twist. Very nice. That's difficult to do. And her last pass is a front double fall. That's a lot of difficulty. And she ends with an E-level skill. Scores a 9.9.
Katie Heenan up on beam for us. There's a flip-flop layout. A little bit of a balance check there. Nothing too glaring, though. About a 1/2 tenth, maybe. Straddle jump for 1/10 a bonus. There's a punch front. A little bit of a check there as well. And then her sheep jump there for another 1/10 a bonus. And then she gets ready for her dismount. She's now doing a round-off double full. She's a little more consistent with this dismount than the double back. Still takes a step there on the landing. It goes 9.775.
This is Nikki Cha. It's a new mount for her, which we love. It reminds us of Cirque du Soleil. Here's her flip-flop layout step out. Just a small balance check there, maybe 0.05. She comes back with a beautiful switch ring, which is an E-level skill, and Nikki does it better than almost anyone in the country. Here's her moonwalk, which is her trademark this year on the beam. This is her dance combination, a wolf jump to a stag ring, and a front aerial, which is another D salto. What a great routine from Nikki. I just really saw that one balance check on the flight, but she scores only a 9.85. That really could have gone a little higher.
Nicola Willis on floor. Big double layout she opens with. Florida had a lot of trouble staying in bounds on this night. They had 4 gymnasts that went out of bounds. Front through to a double full. And she finishes up with a double pike and then steps out of bounds, as you can see right there.
This is Courtney Kupets, who's in the anchor position for Georgia. Last year, Katie Heenan as a freshman anchored beam. This year, Courtney Kupets. Beautiful layout on bounce beam. That's a 3/10 bonus combination. Here's her dance mix, a cat leap to a switch side, and she drops her chest there, and that would be an 0.5 deduction. Nice front tuck to an immediate wolf jump. And she also has another combination, a switch leap to a gainer layout. And tonight she's finishing with a gainer full instead of her normal dismount, but sticks the landing, and she scores a 9.925 to help Georgia finish up the meet with a big win. And Georgia finishes the competition with a score of 197.025 to Florida's 196.6. Routine of the Week brought to you by Athens Regional Medical Center, and this week's routine was Courtney Kupets, who anchored the balance beam for us against Florida and scored a 9.925 to clinch the win. That's Routine of the Week brought to you by Athens Regional Medical Center.
I'm sorry, honey, I know it hurts. Oh, x-rays, they don't hurt at all. It's like a magic eye that looks inside of your body to see if anything's broken. This is where Hannah came to get her stitches out last year, remember? Of course, honey, Mommy will be with you the whole time. And remember, Mommy wouldn't take you here if it wasn't the best place in the whole world.
Athens Regional Medical Center, a passion for medical excellence.
Drop by drop, pure, refreshing, a trickle becomes a stream, flowing from the source, refreshing, fresh, in the store or at my door. Millwood Springs.
Countdown to the NC2As brought to you by Melwood Springs. And as you can see, we hold on to the top spot this week, followed by Utah, Alabama, Michigan, and then Florida rounding out the top 5. Arizona gets into the top 10 for the first time this year, and that's Countdown to the NC2As brought to you by Melwood Springs.
Wow, well, there you have it. This was a close one, and what a great competition. This crowd here at O'Connell Center in Florida has just been magnificent. They love gymnastics. It was a great meet for both teams. Florida had a lot of high scores of the season in tonight's competition, and Georgia did as well. Both teams were really peaking. It really felt like we were being pushed, and I love that.
Right, absolutely. And I think it's great for college gymnastics when you can see other schools begin to create the same kind of atmosphere that we've had here at Georgia and that Alabama's had and that Utah's had. It was a wonderful environment. It felt like a championship environment, and those are the kinds of things that you need to improve this time of year. You need teams that are going to push your team, and I think it was a great event all the way around.
It was, and certainly our 3 freshmen who competed did a great job hitting their routines. We didn't have to count any falls, so this was just a big meet for us. And now we've got to keep it going because next week we'll be at home against LSU. Louisiana State University beat us last year during the regular season, so we've got some revenge. And we'll see you next week with the results from Georgia versus LSU.
The Jim Dog Show has been brought to you by Melwood Springs. Melwood Springs from the Blue Ridge Mountains of North Georgia. By Makar Homes. Makar Homes, built with passion for over 50 years. Brown Arrowhead Clinic. Arrowhead Clinic, Georgia's largest spinal health care organization. By Athens Regional Medical Center. At Athens Regional, we have a specialty. You. By Golden Pantry. Golden Pantry, we've got what you need. By the John Bull Stores of the Bahamas. John Bull, the shopping mecca of the Caribbean. And by Phil Hughes Honda. Phil Hughes Honda, the official car dealer of the Georgia Gym Dogs.